Society's economic stupidity has metastasized. It is destroying the earth. Our financial economy now threatens to destroy the entire human race. What are we doing? Why do we continue to do it when we know that it is wrong? Our economy demands perpetual growth. The desire for financial reward is insatiable. Investors always want more. A bigger return on investment. Earning the same as last year sucks. Businesses' profits must grow, or investors abandon ship. Growth is used as the primary indicator of economic health. If a market begins to shrink because consumer needs have been satisfied, then that market is weak and dying. Techniques like planned obsolescence, improvement holdbacks, and reduced product durability enable the product replacement schedules necessary to sustain sales and profits. Never mind the natural resources that are wasted. Economists socialize those costs. So the entire economic system is built on devouring the Earth's resources to increase production targets annually so that a small minority of the world's population can receive unearned investment income. This is the reality of our current global economy. This, of course, means access to the necessary natural resources is absolutely critical to the dominance and survival of the key producers. They rely on their government partners to secure the needed resources. Ambassadors, trade representatives, state departments, NGOs, and ultimately the financial and military muscle of the banks and armies of the developed world. It is all too easy for the public to ignore their own role in this tragic arrangement we call the economy. Consumers need low prices to survive. Taxes, interest, and profits all add to the cost of living, which perpetually exceeds what consumers are paid as workers. Public demand for low prices accelerates as profit and debt servicing costs in the economy become more unsustainable. This not only encourages producers to cut corners further on product quality, it is used to justify and legitimize the government's right to protect national interests by using war and invasion to secure foreign natural resources. If consumers and taxpayers refuse to support the cancerous dictatorship that dominates their lives and withdrew their productivity and spending that keeps the whole scheme running against them, society's financial disease could be eradicated overnight. The economic cancer that is devouring the world's resources has now reached the point that our leaders recognize that we can no longer afford to have independent nation-states. Scarce resources must be managed by a technocratic cabal of corporate scientists and advisors who will decide what is best for the entire world's population. Rather than address the underlying cause of the economic cancer, financial clans are fortifying control and competing to determine who gets to direct the future of humanity. No one even mentions that most of the world's problems could be solved overnight if we simply changed the economic system from a profit-driven model to a needs-driven one. No one dares to speak of an individually driven economy rather than a top-down, centrally controlled model. Just imagine how much easier your own life would be without mandatory taxation, mortgage debt and interest costs, and the enormous embedded profits in everything you buy that transfer unimaginable wealth to the billionaire class. How much more relaxed would your life become without the need to devote half your daytime hours to working any job you can find that will stave off bankruptcy for another month? How much more meaningful could life become if you had sufficient quality time to enjoy important relationships and to discover and develop your own interests and potential? How much totally unnecessary labor could be eliminated from society altogether by simply switching to a human-friendly social economy instead of allowing the financial cancer to consume us? How much social tension, sickness, and crime would simply evaporate once people had the opportunity to become truly self-fulfilled? Please start talking about treating the underlying causes of the economic cancer that is consuming society's civilized morality as well as the Earth's resources.